Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a trepidatious but as always fortuitous and forthright episode of Ted's Booze Cellar on this, I guess uncertain of Saturday evenings, but then again, considering we're still in this lockdown, and we probably will be for at least a few more weeks, that's kind of got to be the case for most episodes at this current point in time. But the show must go on, naturally, and I've picked something that I didn't expect to see, but from a brewery that we've seen on this channel a few times before. Now, you all must know, obviously, about Harvey's Brewery, or at least the viewers of this channel who have watched in the past must know. To anyone who's new, they are basically a very old and very distinguished ale brewery in Sussex. And they started off making things like amber ales and dark ales and bitters, but they branched out in recent decades into more out there sort of things. And yeah, this is something I didn't expect to see them branching into. This is Harvey's Brewery, Wharf IPA. And I'll be honest, as out there and adventurous as Harvey's are, I didn't expect them to make an IPA, to be quite honest. I've seen quite a lot of mainstream mass-producing sort of breweries make IPAs, and some of them have been good, like the Citra IPA from Open Gate Brewery, the same guys who do Hop House and Guinness, but I didn't expect to see this. It says on the back, Wharf IPA is a modern, heavily hopped IPA. It is brewed with new hop varieties to create a joyful outpouring of fresh flavours from the vine. Zesty and fragrant, this golden beer contains the very essence of our local hop gardens. Throughout the changing times, the name of Harvey has become synonymous with Sussex, a hallmark of quality, consistency, and tradition. We want to be druv, and it's about the same strength as why would you usually say is the average of a IPA in this country. It's 4.8%, and yeah, it does say on the back it contains malted barley. So if anyone has any allergies for that, just keep that in mind. And yeah. I'm always up for a good bit of beer from Harvey's, and I only hope this is anywhere near as good as the their best bitter. Although particularly the draft one, because if you guys remember, I really liked the canned version of Harvey's best bitter, but I perhaps wasn't as overly complimentary to it as I was with the draft version. Still got to try the bottled version though, so I'm looking forward to that. I've got to say though, I really like the design of this can. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. It's just simple, clean. It has a good view of the brewery, where it came from. Yeah, simple, to the point, and it gives you a nice image to look at. And yeah, I don't know. I just like the colour scheme of the can as well. Like, nice mixture of light blue, white, grey, and oddly enough purple here as well. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for the can. Now let's see what it smells like and give ourselves a hopefully good first impression. Oh, wow. It's very distinctive. At first it hits you really quite heftily. Like, there's this flowery sort of citrusy smell. But once it settles down, the smell is actually really pleasant, and it's very sort of welcoming and sort of quite level. And so yeah, nice smell, very, very nice, pleasant, relaxed smell. I'll give it a 8.5 out of 10 for the smell. It's very, very pleasant. So yeah, and I only hope, obviously, that the taste is as good as the smell and the design of the can. But generally speaking, I think canned versions of beers aren't the greatest version. It's usually, for me, either bottled or draft. But you've got to have good faith in these trying times, and I'm willing to give this, the benefit of the doubt while it's innocent. So, innocent till proven guilty, and let's see what it's like. Bottoms up. It's a weird taste. It's good though. The weird thing is, so obviously, like with the way that IPAs are brewed, a lot of people know that you know, that you get a bitter kick at the back of your throat thanks to the hops, barley, and all that sort of thing that brewed into the flavour of the beer. With this, you get that almost immediately at the beginning of your taste, and then it sort of simmers out, and sort of like when it goes down, it's like a crisp, clear, beery sort of taste. But initially, you get that rush of hops right from the start, rather than that at the end, and it's quite an interesting taste. I like it, but I can imagine that a lot of people trying IPAs for the first time perhaps might not like this. Although I think it's interesting to have the flavour presented and brewed in this sort of way, and I do actually really rate it myself. But I understand that IPAs aren't necessarily for everyone, so if someone doesn't like this or it doesn't give them the best impression of IPAs, I do understand. I would still say it's worth recommending though, because kind of like with Citra IPA from Open Gate Brewery, it's very simple, it knows what it's doing, and it doesn't try to overcomplicate the flavour of an IPA with all sorts of hops and barley. It just keeps it very simple, it's very clean and clear for an IPA, and it's refreshingly simple, because I do feel like, while I appreciate IPAs that go out of the off the beaten path to try out different flavours to mix with, they can sometimes just be a complete mismatch and just have flavours that are just a mess and just are all over the place. But the reason why I do perhaps like Wharf IPA and also the aforementioned Citra IPA so much is because they don't really try to do much. They think, let's combine the flavours of a beer with an IPA and see what goes from there, and then, you know, just keep it at that and try not to do anything too complicated. And yeah, I really like this. I think the main thing that does hold this back a bit though is there is a bit of tinniness and metallicness that I'm not overly fond of at the back of the throat. Again, I think that's more so just to do with the fact that it's in a can rather than a bottle or on draft. And I do like some canned versions of drinks, like I really like canned Cellar, I really like canned Red Stripe, I like a lot of canned ciders as well. But I feel like with IPAs, they're best served really in a bottle. And I'm not sure if there is a bottled version of Wharf IPA. If there is, someone let me know in the comments section below. But even despite that, it's still a really pleasant IPA. And despite what I said earlier, it's probably not the worst IPA to start someone off on if they're new to drinking IPAs. It's really simple, got a bit of a citrusy tint throughout, a bit of flowery fragrance, and the bitterness at the start does sort of gently fizzle out as it goes down your gullet. So it's not as harsh as I'm making it out to be. It's actually very sort of palatable. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for the design of the can, 8.5 out of 10 for the smell, and for the taste, I'd say probably like a 7.75, I think, but it meets that mark very respectably. It doesn't just like, it's not like a 7.75 that like just about gets there. It's really like nice, and I would be more than happy to go out my way to get this again. I think what was the price of it? Oh yeah, that's it. I got this from again, like the subject of yesterday's Ted's Booze Cellar, from the Wine Barrel liquor store on Western Road in Brighton and Hove, and this was, oh, that was it. It was this was $3.29, I believe, which I feel is about a good price. I'd probably say somewhere between $2.90 to $3.50 for this would be about right. So yeah, if you guys are interested, I would recommend picking this up. I would probably be happy to go out of my way to get this again, and I would say it's a buy. Generally speaking, I would, but you know, people who are new to IPAs step into it with a bit of trepidation and open-mindedness, but also a pinch of salt as well. So yeah, I would recommend this. And to anyone who's watching at home or who has enjoyed it wherever you're watching it, or watching this video, I should say, leave a like, share and subscribe if you did like this video, and also if you found it informative. I will also be leaving links to my YouTube channels, my gaming channel and my occasional upload channel, as well as my social medias in the video description below, so check those out if you're interested. And yeah, oh, and also if you have any suggestions for future episodes of Ted's Booze Cellar, leave them in the comments section below and I'll see what I can do. And until next time, have fun, stay safe, don't do anything I wouldn't do, wash your damn hands, take care of your loved ones, drink responsibly, know your limits, and I'll see you guys at the bar next time on Ted's Booze Cellar. Bye bye for now.